Yes. Welcome one and all. It's episode 385 of the Hospital Podcast with your host, London Elektricity. Massive shout out to everyone watching over there. You can't hear the music. It must be weird. This is S.P.Y from the forthcoming album, Dubplate Style LP. It's out on the 29th of March. Pre-order right now. And the physical copy is absolutely insane. Check it out on the shop. 15 tracks, amazing box set. There are 10 transparent 5-inch vinyl dub plates randomly scattered throughout. There's something like 7 10-inch pieces of vinyl to the package. I mean, it's mad. Just look on the Hospital shop. This is called See Your Face Again. Come on.
Like rivers to the stream.
Ooh.
Like flowers to the tree. As me to you and you to me.
Yeah.
Like tomorrow come today.
That's right.
Like a dream away. Hey.
Hey.
Like a fire's burning flame.
Woo.
I see your face again. I will follow. Anywhere you lead me, I will follow you. Every time you show the way, I will follow. Anywhere you take me, I will follow you. Follow your voice that is calling me. Anywhere you lead me.
And this tune absolutely smashed it up at Bristol at the weekend. Hospitality Bristol has been sold out for about 2 months. A brilliant night was had by all. So yeah, check out the album on the website because the physical product is like nothing else we have ever manufactured. It's an absolute design classic. Big up to Carlos Lima, aka S.P.Y, for all the hard work he's put into it, and Ricky Trickart and Chris Goss on the design side, and also Walt on the manufacturing side. It's been a labour of love. As you know, it's a tradition on the Hospital podcast that when we receive promos from Cosmos, the Moscow-based label, I always get very excited, and this is no exception. This is a new tune by Electrosoul System. It's called Quest. Massive shout to Andy and Roman who run the Cosmos label. Consistently bringing out brilliant new music. Shout in from Pig Lebowski, who says, can I get a shout out for hand, foot and mouth disease? We were up all night with our young son Albert. Apparently he's hanging around for a couple of days without paying rent and keeping us all hostage in the house. Sounds about right. I've got to give a massive shout out to everyone who came down to Simon Says last night at the Jazz Cafe. Absolutely amazing turnout. The Wawa 45 players were brilliant. Chris the Goose, Goss's daughter Erin, stepped up and did a lead vocal of an Adele song and killed it. A very emotional night. Today's podcast, we're covering all spectrums. Shout in from someone who wants to be anonymous, who says, I just want to thank you and the crew for everything. This time last year I went through some tough times, becoming homeless and jobless, and my partner being hospitalised, which led to her mental health deteriorating and several attempts to take her own life. Your voice on the podcast has been our sanctuary. No matter how bad the day gets, we will always listen to the podcast at night, and we've nearly listened to the whole archive, which is a lot of music. about 400 hours or more. This year has been amazing. My partner has stabilised. We have an amazing home, and I've started a career in the fire service. Absolute respect to all firemen. All of this is thanks to you and the people like you creating fantastic, thought-provoking and inspirational music, and ultimately making the world a better place. To celebrate our new life and to pay homage to the mighty hospital team, I recently purchased a record player and stumbled upon some hospital vinyl. Just want to say thank you and that we love you guys. Well, the love comes right back. And it was a great pleasure last Friday to spend a little bit of time with these guys, long-time hospital family members, the Schnitzel brothers, aka Camo and Krooked. Their brand new release, Atlas, it's going to be very interesting to see where Camo and Krooked go next, musically. But this is a tune. Come on. And Camo and Krooked are of course appearing at Hospitality on the Beach 2019. And also at the Hospitality Summer Barbecue at Studio 338 on the 4th of May. It's nearly sold out. In fact, the beach is nearly sold out as well. So I'm not going to spend much time talking about events other than the fact that we do loads of them. They are brilliant. And at the moment, it's happy days. They're all selling out. And don't forget the Kings of the Rollers Royal Rumble show in London at Studio 338, 19th of April. Tickets are on third release. They are moving extremely fast. Immense lineup there. Kings of the Rollers with Injure, Doc Scott back-to-back Total Science, back-to-back Randall with Navigator, Brian G back-to-back Jumping Jack Frost, back-to-back Special Guest with Bassman, Need for Mirrors back-to-back Bailey and Crust with Dynamite, T.I. back-to-back Unglued, back-to-back Kairis with Moose. Room 2 is Run with Chrissy Chris Annex, D Mines, Molly Collins, Critical Impact, Dutta, DS2W, hosted by Japes, Texas and Foxy. You know it's going to be a cricket bat session. There's going to be sixes all over the place. Shouting from Genevieve Sparks, who says, this is a lovely shout actually. Hi, bit random. Me and my little one have been listening to your podcast for years. She loves your positivity. Her name is Salise. You always give her something to debate, think or laugh about. She has a love-hate relationship with Paul / Paola. We'll call Paul Pauletta today. It's International Women's Day. So I don't know where Pauletta's gone. I think she's gone for a walk or something. Anyway, Genevieve says, I just wanted to say thank you for inspiring my little one and thank you for the music. She'll be made up to hear that from you. That'd be wicked for the shout. Thank you so much. By the way, this is the first shout out I've done since the 1990s. She's going to be 16 on the 20th of March. She's my rock, my anchor, and my biggest critic. I know all about that one. Thank you, Genevieve. Now, new music from one of the best DJs on the scene, Mampi Swift. This is called Victory. Okay, this takes no prisoners. Massive drop on. Okay. I'm getting ready. I have to tell you, it is like about 8:30 in the morning. This is going to wake me up. And in terms of victory, I'm going to give myself a big up because I've been working on it for about 18 months, I think. But I've finished writing my new album. It's not mixed. The new Hospital Records studio is still being finished. Hopefully it'll be finished next week. And then Makoto and I are going to take it in turns mixing our albums down in the hospital studio. I am beyond excited. I'll take you on a video tour once it's done. It looks incredible and hopefully it will sound brilliant. So yeah, I reached that point yesterday where I just knew the writing, the composition is done. I'll probably spend ages dilly-dallying over the mixdowns, etc. But, you know, the creative part is put to bed now. Now, while we're still early on in the podcast and you're enjoying this and listening to this, if you've got internet access, which I presume you probably have, please, I urge you, head over to the hospital shop, the merchandise department. We have got one of our biggest drops ever, masterminded by the mighty Lopez and Ollie. Full neon glow-in-the-dark range. It's absolutely sick. We also have this month, so we're doing this every month. We're doing this month's CD bundle. And this month's CD bundle is chosen by the mighty Koherent, and he has selected 10 classic CDs, and some of these CDs are double or even triple, and you get all 10 for £24.99, only for this month. Next month it'll be a different 10. And also we have an absolute killer rucksack bundle. The rucksacks are absolutely flying. Bespoke, high quality hospital rucksack with wallet. Hold tight, I'm not finished. So it includes the wallet, 3 notebooks, the hospital syringe pen, and a mystery hospital CD. It's nearly £70 worth of merchandise for $29.99. And if you live abroad, you will know that sterling is worth almost nothing at the moment, so that will cost you very, very little. It's one of the benefits of Brexit. Every cloud has a silver lining. And for everyone outside the UK, that silver lining means that our stuff is really cheap. So make the most of it. Brand new music now from HLZ and MC Fats. This is Mystery Sound. Massive shout to the singing Fats. Shout in from Sick Nimson, who says, yes, Tony, can I get a shout for Purdy, the best woman in my life? I recently took a job in Kuala Lumpur while Purdy kept her job in London. We've gone from having a beautiful home together to now spending every other month on opposite sides of the world. I just got back yesterday morning and seeing her face after a month apart was just the best thing. What a lucky man I am to have such an amazing woman in my life. Big up Purdy. And big up you, Nick. That's not easy. Shouting from Ben Whittingster, I'm still in San Antonio, Tony. Much love for all the podcasts and directions. Hey, what directions? Moonshine Distillery says, what gear is that? It looks sleek. I posted a picture of my podcast setup, and we record our podcast using the amazing Pioneer XDJ RX2. It's integrated with Rekordbox. It has 2 mic inputs. It's absolutely perfect for recording the podcast. You don't need anything else. So it's currently in my house next to the piano while the hospital studio is being built, but I'm going to take it into the brand new state-of-the-art hospital studio, and it's going to be there for all the audio podcasts. It is quite something. Big up Ben at Pioneer. thank you for lending us this system. Please can we borrow it sort of for a bit longer, if you see what I mean. I'll send you whatever bootlegs you want. And that little blend there, that kind of blend, that totally reminded me of Fabio from the Swerve days. And I got a big Fabio up. He was DJing last night at Simon Says, and he was doing a boogie set. And he opened his set with Lonnie Liston Smith, Expand Your Mind, which I haven't heard for so many years, since the Acid Jazz days. And it's such a brilliant piece of music. I posted a little clip on my Instagram TV channel and loads of people were asking, what is it? Where can I hear it? Where can I hear more music like this? Woo! Okay, this is Particle, Tape Pack Flex. What label this is coming out on? It's coming out on Critical. Big up Kazra, do like this. So much good music coming out in drum and bass at the moment. I've been working really hard putting my 5-hour dusk till dawn set together for the gig at the Roxy in April, and I got too many tunes, so I think I have to work towards actually doing an all day and night set, That has to be a goal. I don't know if it'll be this year or next year. And it will have to be for a suitable charity. I guess homeless would be the one. When I do it, I will definitely have like a 6-hour request section selected by yourselves. Now, I still haven't played to you all of the tunes on Sick Music 2019. I promised you I would. This one is absolutely brilliant. It's a release by InMost working with Saikon. It's called Untold History. If you don't own Sick Music 2019, well, you haven't really started your collection for this year, so get involved. Oh! Woo! Shouted from Jazz Bonnie, who says, I've just listened to podcast 382. Can I get a shout out on the next podcast? Jazz Bonnie, lad, Townsend, Cumbria, UK, love your music, listened for years. And Copy Report says, Tony, I'd love a shout out if I could, mate. I saw you at the hospitality gig in Sydney, Australia just recently. It was amazing. You reignited my love for D&B after around 8 years listening to trance. Wow, you've really been out in the desert, haven't you, mate? Etherwood was unreal. Those liquid vibes. I'd love to shout out to Callum and his cousin Lisa, who invited me into their little group for the whole night, and I was there by myself until I met them. I'd also love to say happy birthday to Callum, whose birthday it was on the day of that gig in Sydney. Thanks for an epic show, and with a bit of luck, I might see you all at Hospitality on the Beach in July. P.S. I haven't stopped listening to the Hospitality podcast since. It's actually the Hospital podcast, but that's fine. Big up. So out right now on Med School, it's our latest release by one of my favourite artists of the moment, A.Fruit. This is called Please Arrive. Massive shout to A.Fruit. And happy International Women's Day. And if you look on our Facebook, we are posting a whole series of pledges around International Women's Day in conjunction with the Equalise Music campaign that's sponsored by Smirnoff in association with Annie Mac. This is not tokenism, it's not an artificial thing, it's real. There are some amazing female drum and bass producers coming through, and DJs, and promoters, people working in the scene. We at Hospital are really, I'm not reading the statement by the way, I'm just kind of talking to you. We're really proud, I'm really proud of our history of working with women. Our very first employee, and we're talking back in 1998, I think it was, maybe even 97, was a fantastic woman called Emily Moxon Brown, who was our head of everything. Very first paid employee. She then went on to run Giles Peterson's Brownswood label, and she's still there smashing it. Our second paid employee was Lucy Ambash, who then went on to present the breakfast show at Choice FM. Remember Choice? An amazing woman, an amazing DJ, an amazing personality, and a great presenter. Miss you, Lucy and Emily. So yeah, it's wicked to see producers like A.Fruit and Flavor D come through with brilliant tunes. Not forgetting producers like Kairis, like Changing Faces. There's loads now, it's brilliant. And we're heading back to sick music territory now for the Logistics tune. I can't believe I haven't played this yet. This is a cut called Levitate. Brand new Logistics on Sick Music 2019. Shouting from Max News, good name, who says, hey Tony, I was wondering if I can get a shout from my friend Ben Coyer, who's been having a bit of a difficult breakup as of late. I was thinking that you could help me reassure him that until he finds a girl who shares his taste for drum and bass. He isn't missing out on much. I love that. Much love from the Kentucky boys since 2010. Yeah, Ben. In my experience, there's four things that keep a relationship together. One is a shared taste in music. Two is a shared sense of humour. I've just forgotten what the third thing is. I think the third thing might be patience, persistence, and obviously the fourth thing, which does help a lot, is love. Oh, and there's a fifth thing as well. It does help if you do share the same kind of approach to food. That's quite important, you know, when you're having meals together. I'm very lucky because the lady culminator and me we're very eclectic in our food taste, so we will try anything once. I won't try meat anymore, but that's a personal decision. But we love variety. And I think that goes for music as well, and humour. Someone with a name I genuinely don't think I can pronounce, but I'll try. Lyosha Yamamoto says, sounds Japanese, but isn't, I don't think. Says, shout out to all the Estonian drum and bass massive. Can't wait to see you back in Thailand very soon. And yeah, in 2 weeks, in fact. Really looking forward to seeing Iro as well. S.I.N. Sin. Mul Purpaya says, hi Tony, just like to get a shout out for my birthday. Also one for Loafer, who introduced me to Weekend World all those years ago and set me on my drum and bass path. Also shouts out to all the ladies in my life and in the world. It's an honour to share my birthday with you on your day. Thanks Tony. You, the brackets, whoa, close brackets, man. Peace, Maury. It is actually true that when we were embryos, we were all women. So all embryos start off as female, and then I can't quite remember the mechanism, but something makes some of the embryos change into men after they were women. So think of it like this: we've all had a sex change. And we were all women first. I like that. This is a lovely shout. I'm going to keep the name of the person anonymous. And he says, morning Tony, I've never written anything like this before. I'm severely dyslexic and I find writing very difficult. The last year for me has seen me divorced, limited access to my children who I love, and my mental health has been on a roller coaster ride. It's been beyond tricky and I feel the blame sits with me. I've been very lucky and had access to fantastic mental health professional care, and I'm looking forward to building my life back up. I have two loves in my life apart from my children: my Mark II VW Golf and drum and bass. I logged on to the hospital website and I saw the beach party in Croatia. I am coming and I'm driving down in my Golf. That is brilliant, Dan. I'm definitely in need of cuddles. I'll be the guy in the Dan in need of cuddles t-shirt. That's wicked. It's a solo mission, as I want this to be a personal adventure, but I would love for people to know who I am and come and say hello. I would love to put I'm driving to hospitality on the beach graphic on my back window. Do you have any artwork for me? Can I get some stickers made up? Yes, you can. We have loads of artwork. I always Google it because it's quicker. Have a look out for the Mark II Golf in white. I like driving, and in life, I don't look in the rearview mirror. It's best to look forwards. Thanks for reading this. Dan, the man in need of cuddles. Well, you're going to the right place, because hospitality in the beach is all about hugs, cuddles, music, dancing, spreading love. Incoming brand new music on players. It's The Jaguar by DJ Limited. Shout to Miss Baltica, who says, I was at home playing Anthem on PlayStation. Shout out to everyone who's going to be in Berlin on April the 13th to see you, London Electricity, Metric and S.P.Y. If anyone wants to dance with me, look out for a girl with pink hair wearing She Just Wanna Dance t-shirt. One love. And Ashley JH2603 says, London Electricity, I recommend Razat Simplicity from the new 1985 compilation. It's a banger. Okay, I'll check it out. Matty Boy F01 says, Yo Tony, I was playing my second ever gig with my band at my college last night. A bit dead, barely any movement, but I got to be the funky bass dude. That's important. I like being that guy too. Now, this is one of my favourite tunes of the moment. It's on Sick Music 2019. It's Degs with Mitekiss. And it's actually the first tune that Degs recorded after we'd signed him.
Can't speak to one another about each other's problems because it's seen as weak. After all the steps forward we made.
It's called Lie Awake.
Human beings, and it's hard to take in some ways, isn't it? But you just have to keep on trucking. Spread your story, spread the love, that's all I can say. Every day I face my fears.
Cause when I find my brain, you can't lead the way. And man, I've dealt with this shit for years. Hey, I lie awake, thinking about all my past mistakes. I'm an artist, I've been carrying away.
Shout out to Degs, good to see you last night, mate.
Find ways of finding grace. Oh, I lie away.
Degs working hard
Yeah.
on music that's going towards his debut album.
I lie away. Sometimes I put my hands across my chest to get the feeling, checking if my heart's still there and if it's beating. And what I mean by that is that I'm heartless to the point that I'm not sleeping because the pressure's overwhelming, wounds are bleeding. So we go out on the weekend, just a respite from these bad thoughts I'm deleting. In the dance I feel protected from this scheming. Pain receptors don't need feeding no more, not taking beatings no more, because I'm only for the love, so give me healing. I'm sick of grieving. We don't need to be cold. Yeah. Don't block life from my way. Yeah. But none of us like to be told. Yeah. Yeah.
Shouting from Christoph Tutanel, who says, shout out to my beautiful wife Lindsay, our beautiful 9-month-old daughter Charlotte, and my two best friends Yornik and Jonathan, who are always up for a drum and bass rave. We cannot wait for Hospitality Antwerp. Big up, Tony. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one as well. There are loads of hospitalities. Go to hospitalitydnb.com to have a look to see if there's one near you. There probably will be coming up. From Darren Crawley, he says, after listening and loving drum and bass, I'm 42 now. You have rekindled my love for the dance floor. Myself and Kimberly finally managed to attend Hospitality at Digital last Friday night with the mighty Inja and the Kings of the Rollers. Safe to say, we danced our little legs off until closing time. What a night, lovely people and always so friendly. We will definitely be attending more as and when they appear, and I can't wait to dance some more. Keep on doing what you're doing. It means a lot to a lot of people. Peace. P.S. As we left, I was given a flyer for Outlook with Andy C at Digital in 3 weeks, so I bought the ticket straight away. I cannot wait. Yes, Darren. Welcome back to Drum and Bass. New music now from Koherent and Ill Truth. This is Samsara. Soon come on Shogun Audio. Shout out to Amy, who pretty much runs Shogun by herself. Used to do promo at Hospital Records. Always part of the Hospital family. Whoa! So at the beginning of the podcast, I mentioned head over to our web shop and have a look at the new reflective range. I didn't go into any details. At the moment, our reflective range includes a women's t-shirt, a men's t-shirt, a reflective hoodie. Soon come will be our first reflective hat. We are prototyping that at the moment. Which basically means we get kind of samples in, put them on, and we just kind of sit there and reflect on life. We've also restocked the She Just Wanna Dance long sleeve t-shirt, and early next week, or maybe even this week, we're going to be launching the repress of the intensely popular liquid water bottle. Dan Grice says, shout out to my wife George, who's competing in the Motatapu race in Queenstown, New Zealand tomorrow. She's worked incredibly hard and I can't wait to congratulate her at the finishing line. Yes, George. May Godspeed go with you. Even though I don't think there's a God, but there you go, doesn't matter. Claire Ambrose says, can I get a birthday shout out for me, please? Just off to Exmouth for the weekend to celebrate with my amazing friends. Sometimes life doesn't always go to plan, but it's precious and we need to remember that. Make the most of life and be grateful for what we have. I want to say thanks to my amazing family and friends who I am very lucky to have. Edward Hill says, I was stuck in my room doing mechanics coursework last night. Shouts going to second year materials science students at the University of Manchester. Nicholas Tuffy wants a shout out to Paul. Dave Reed says, shout out to my mum Joyce, my wife Jane and my daughter Amelia, and Sam Blacklock says, shout out to Sam and Lee on their way to Dresden in Germany. Now we have a very special release coming up. It's remixes of Spheres by Whiney and Keeno featuring Pippa Violets.
Losing myself in time spent with you, believing every lie from your mouth.
Soon come on Med School.
And promising I'd never play the fool.
This is the Polaris remix. Yes, Vlad. So let's take a little look at the release schedule now. Out on the 29th of March is S.P.Y, the dubplate style LP. I've told you all about that. Out on the 22nd of March, a tune that I haven't played you yet. It's the Turno remix of Starting Over by Danny Bird. It's an absolute banger. Out now on Med School, as I said, is the Obsession EP by A.Fruit. This track, along with the Lakeway remix, Spheres by Whiney featuring Keeno, Pippa Violets. This comes out on the 15th of March. Few last minute shouts. Gregorio Galvan Jr. says, oh, okay. Hospital Records has the best drum and bass music. Well, I guess that's to the point. Matthew Vanden Brandon says, big up from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. These are the shouts that I've been given by the hospital promo office. Minimal. Alex Smith says, are you sure you want to call your studio a glory hole, Tony? Surely it'd be more like a man cave. No, Alex, you're totally wrong. I'm afraid cave is not appropriate as this is International Women's Day. It's basically the hospital studio and it's brilliant. And we've come to the final track on the Hospital Podcast. If you want to get hold of me, you can reach out on Instagram. Don't bother tweeting me because I've deleted my Twitter application. It was just too full of rubbish. You can get me on Facebook. You can always email podcast@hospitalrecords.com. Check my gig listings and come and see me and talk to me. That's what I like the best. This is Subminimal. It's a tune called Restricted. And it's out on the Ortem label. O-R-T-E-M. More shouts just came in on the gram. A Humble Crab says last night was all about getting some work done. Being an animator, drum and bass helps me get into the workflow, especially during the midday when all you want to do is sleep. I advise getting your sleep done at night and then you won't want to sleep during the day. It's just an idea. Focused Fum says, I was home last night eating homemade soup, nice, and sorting out my set list for tonight's set I'm doing for our weekly live broadcast. Easy Tony, one love. PDS Recordings said, yo, you can give me, oh can I? Thank you. You can give me a shout out, I have your permission. Seeing as we live in the same manner, I'm in the studio banging out the beats already this morning and last night. Good, keep at it. And DJ Satin has just stuck two fingers up at me. That's fine, that counts as a shout. Ben Truss also shout out for me and the missus, please. We finally booked our wedding after being together for 18 years. Congratulations, Ben. So that's it from me and that's it from him. We have been London Elektricity, and thank you for subscribing, listening, however you listen. Thank you for taking part. Thank you for Dexter for lining up to 140 and a 163 track at the beginning of the podcast. I know you're trying to change me. I know you're trying to educate me. I get it. It's fine. I quite enjoy the challenge. It's nice. One love to all of you.